well, something. I wanted this church, thinking that it's a simple place full of simple. Don't go to church. If you need somebody to pay your rent, get you a job. Do any of those things that you should be doing for yourself. Do not, I repeat, do not go to church looking for a husband or a wife. Do not go there for that. Do not go there because you want to entrap the pastor. Catch him in a lie. Catch him not speaking the right scripture for scripture reference. Do not go to church with nefarious thoughts in your mind. Do not. Okay? Do not go to the church thinking that you're going to go there and take over. Do not. Okay? If you are going to church because you want to fellowship with other human beings who have made the same as you, meaning that I love Jesus, Jesus saved me, come into my heart, I rebuke the works of evil in all forms. I ask for forgiveness for sins known and unknown. You want to go someplace where other people have made similar declarations, right? So this is where it gets a little bit complicated because all Christians aren't the same. All churches aren't the same. That's why you've got different denominations from Lutherans to Methodists, AME, African Methodists, Baptists, non-denominational, Pentecostal, Church of God in Christ, Church of Christ, Catholic, amongst the Muslims, even amongst the Jews. Every synagogue is not named the same. Every mosque is not named the same, right? So there is some variations, some differences, okay? Just like people are different. I'm a kind of person, I like paperwork, okay? I like paperwork. It's one of the reasons why I like Pentecostal churches, but I like them from a distance. Okay, you know what I'm saying? Because I can't have a whole bunch of people putting their hands on me, okay? That's me. But do I listen to Nicole C. Mullins' music? Yes. Do I love her music? Yes. Do I believe that her music is anointed by God? Yes, I do. But I like visiting Pentecostal church, okay? Now, if I'm wrong about that, then I pray that the Lord will change my heart and my mind about that. I ask that the Lord will draw me to where He wants me to be. He knows how He wants me to be connected to Him. I like the Lutherans. I'm going to tell you why I like the Lutherans. Because the Lutherans are people who help the needy and nobody knows about it. The only people who know about the Lutherans are the people who've had experiences with the Lutherans. So let me tell you something. This is how I had experience. When I was in Houston, 26, 27 years old, I'm going this way, and worked for them, but they were allowing the nonprofit that I did work for, they were allowing us, for the director. They also allowed us to use their fax machine and things like that. So I'm in the office and I work for my nonprofit agency. The building is owned by Herschel and Helga Rich, and they had a executive assistant or personal assistant, and she was a Lutheran. Okay, and Helga, oh God, I'm just remembering this as I'm talking to you. Okay, listen. I was working in the office, and remember, all these people are deceased now, but Helga Herschel Rich's personal assistant was a German lady, and she was a no-nonsense type, okay? And she just took me under her wing, and she was my mom. She was my mom. And she was fabulous. Fabulous. Okay? Honey, she would tell me off. She would let me know what she didn't approve of and what she did approve of. She was honest. She was consistent. She didn't pull no punches. I love her. Love her. And I'm not telling you her name because it's none of your business. But anyway, I send her love and blessings even right now. I can see her face. She was a Lutheran. And she was mean, which I can appreciate. It wasn't that she was mean. She just didn't pull no punches. She wasn't for no full law at all. None. I loved her. Yes, honey, she was the truth. That was my mom. Grandma to my kids, too. Yep. As I can truly say, because of her is the reason why I've had the life that I've had. Because of my mom. My Lutheran mama. She was honest. She was helpful. She looked out for me. She looked out for the kids. She's a beautiful, beautiful, beautiful person. God bless her. So anyway, back on point. I did not meet her at a church. I did not go to a church looking for a mama. And let me tell you something. In my job, I went to churches pretty much program from the administrative point of view. But if a teacher, a paraprofessional, was unable to, we had that a lot, where they were supposed to be there at the church to teach other members, for the show. Sometimes they couldn't do it. Other things would come up and I would have to step in for them, and which meant that I had to train and bring on a bunch of new volunteers to be tutors and paraprofessionals for when other people couldn't do the job. So it was a lot of work. So what I would do is, Jonathan was going to school. Joseph was too little to go to school. So Joseph would be at work with me all day. And then I would leave in time to pick up Jonathan from school and bring him back to the office with me. And like I said, my Lutheran mama, she was always there. She was always, to the boys, fussing at them. And she protected them. She looked out for them. She made sure, that. And Joseph really didn't talk a whole lot, which is typical for babies in my family. We do a lot of talking as we get older, usually over 30. So anyway, that didn't bother her at all. Helga and Herschel Rich, they were all business. They didn't have time for chit chat. And they were quick to let you know what Shiva was, what a savant in our culture. My boys received the Jewish blessing for boys. We ate latkes. We celebrated Hanukkah. Yeah, like that. So I'm saying all that to say this. All the experiences that I've had is because it's what was my destination for me. Even before I had kids, my roommate, first roommate I've ever had was a Jewish girl, Ayala. Ayala Ben Mishin. And her life was horrible. She was horrible. She was a bad roommate. Me and her we were not on the same page. I think we were only roommates for a couple of months because she was too promiscuous for me, and that's normal. But for me, it was too much. I don't want to see you like that. It was a one-bedroom apartment. I can't have you here doing the wild thing with Jewish boys. And let me tell you something, he was just using her, Anyway, that's another story for another time. Anyway, they didn't get married. And I don't know where Ayala told me. She's probably back in Israel. But I've had a lot of experiences. And I've had very good experiences when it comes to going to church. And I've always went to church not looking for the pastor to save me or what choir do I want to make a name for myself. Yeah, I want to do. That's not why I've gone to church. I've mainly gone as an observer. I get invited here or invited there, or I come up. One church I went to over here in Britton Highlands is because I was at the laundromat and I saw the bulletin for the church, and I was like, oh, this is interesting. I like this bulletin. It was very artsy, and I admired that, and so I went and visited them one Sunday, and it was a positive experience. I didn't ask for anything and didn't offer, well, they did offer like potluck and stuff, even when I went to Bible study, they had food. I didn't get none of that food. So, you know why? Because I know that if I'm not careful, I will have a situation, honey, and I don't know. Situation, because I got people next door to me and everything like that that's got some situations, baby. You know what I'm saying? Like a extra 80 pounds of a situation. I can't do it. I cannot. You know what I'm about to do now? I'm gonna go to see the Spike Lee joint, I believe, if I can. That's what I'm headed to now. The KKK Klansman. I really didn't want to go see it, but I'm gonna go see it. And only because I'm being harassed. Because normally I do not public places, movies like this because I like the DVDs and the Blu-ray for extra featurettes and stuff. But, I'm not going to be stiff-necked and stubborn about doing things my own way. I'm going to be flexible. The Holy Spirit is alive and moving and breathing and changing. It's beautiful. Yes. And so that's what I want to be able to do. You can see it. I don't know if it's an email. I set up some appointments tomorrow. And gotta go to Georgetown. Then I'm gonna feel tired and I won't lay down. I was thinking about looking at Matrix Reloaded, but I'm not gonna do that. And then, because Miss Sophia, I have been watching her interviews on the Matrix 4. She's got a new book out. So I could have said I'm gonna watch Matrix Reloaded, but instead I'm gonna go see what I can see about the Spike Lee joint. Because you know why? Because it's Denzel Washington's son. That's why. Because I don't like love Spike Lee. I really don't. But it's whatever. Most of his movies is too sexual for me. Are you trying to get a pattern from me? I don't like all of that. I don't like sex for gratification only. I like making love, and for the reason that God intended, to bring your children into the world, for your husband and your wife, a husband and a wife, to keep them healthy and mentally as well as physically, emotionally. I'm telling you why I don't like it. STDs and STIs. That's why I like it. Hepatitis C. That's why I don't like it. It's a dangerous thing, honey. It's nasty. It's gross. I was watching SNL, last night, and even they was cracking jokes about it, talking about opening up a window to let the funk out. And I was like, why would somebody be funky like that? It's nasty, But I do remember, this has been years ago, honey. When I say years, I'm talking about a decade. I'll tell you what I remember. In 2013, when Joseph got killed, I was working at a company, and this company was so foul that when you would go into the bathroom, what I mean by the company, I mean the employees, the coworkers. And I'm gonna tell you something. Customer service is the nasty business here in Seattle, in the Seattle area, in Western Washington. These are the nastiest people ever. They are filthy, and their bodies are filthy, their hair is filthy, and their touch is filthy and nasty and germ-ridden. Let me. Just the thought of it just creeps me out. Let me tell you something. Customer service. That's what. Okay, I'm gonna go on and tell you what company it was. Verizon. That's why I don't use Verizon. That's why I don't have no account with Verizon. That's why I use Sprint. Okay, because Sprint probably just as nasty, but I don't know about it. But I do know about Verizon, and I do know people that they have working for them. I also know what their location is and what the building is like. And I also know that they pay those customer service people $10 an hour. I also know that they oppress them and make them have quotas and jump through hoops, kiss behind. I also know that the trainers and the supervisors are the most disgusting, ugly, fat, nasty, dirty, foul attitude people that you would ever want to come in contact with. I know that. The only decent people that I saw at Verizon were in IT. And we only saw them rarely. And even they said to me, like, oh, are we trying to upgrade our customer service people? Because you're not the norm of what they hire around here. And maybe it's some kind of a welfare to work program or something like that. That's what Verizon is trying to do. Because I know that at the time, they had a black woman CEO. But honey, before you teach them about all the phones that Verizon, They need to have a segment on just how to properly clean yourself, you know, how to properly disinfect the headphones and things like that. And they try to have like alcohol wipes and stuff like that. But hey, let me tell you something. You have to be uh, vigilant with that. You have to be vigilant with that because they won't let you bring your own headsets. They want you to share with people. And they've got a revolving door. Okay, they've got a revolving door. 80% to 90% of the people who work there don't stay there. Okay, I bowed out because my kid got killed. You know, and let me tell you something. It's a horrendous you could ever think about having to deal with. Okay, horrible. Okay, but I'm gonna tell you this. That was the first time I did customer service. It was horrible. My kid got killed. That was horrible. Next customer service job I did was at Old Dominion Freight Line Company. Again, this was better. And I know you're probably shocked that I'm saying that. Yes, the trucking company was the best customer service job that I had when it comes to cleanliness. It wasn't clean by any means, but they made more. The equipment that they had was better. The phone was better. They actually had people who came in the night to clean the office who actually did their job. It was very clean. It was kept clean consistently. There were areas that were a little bit dirty because the drivers, come through and things like that, and they're mostly men, and but overall, the trucking company was the best. The worst place was, wait for it, hospitality. Cruise line company. Holland America Line. They were the most filthy. And I'm not talking about just the headsets and the desk and the keyboard and things like that. I'm talking about that coffee pot, the air pot. The air pot consistently had bacteria in it. And people would be making coffee with the air pot. The housekeeping never cleaned it. So you have people who would not be coming to work, bacterial infections, fungal infections, because they were drinking coffee out of the air pots that were provided. Ooh, just tell you something, baby. Seattle got the richest I've ever. Yes, I said it. I'm coming from church. They have these women here. Oh, honey. Nasty. That's why I don't like going to the movies. Oh, my Jesus. I don't like being out in public with them because these hookers is nasty. Nasty. When I was at Verizon, honey, I should not be smelling these hookers' pussies. That's right. Just like Trump said, I'm going to say it. Nasty. Nasty. And let me tell you something. I was in Houston for most of my young life. I've never went into a bathroom and been able to smell a woman like that. These women here are disgusting, honey. And I'm going to tell you something that just came to my mind. People be talking about Michelle at ATLian, that she smelled like fish and all of that. Let me tell you something. I don't know why, there's certain STIs that smell like fish. It's a fish odor. With her having a Porsche and everything like that, I am quite sure if she has a lawyer, she has a gynecologist. Okay. Um, as a woman myself, I can tell you, I don't do the wild thing. I don't have a smell down there. Okay. No STI, no STD. I keep, I do my regular stuff, for my monthly and stuff like that to keep it clean. Um, I've never been to a church that smelled like Verizon. I've never been to a church where, you know, they give people coffee in an air pot and there's bacteria at the bottom of it. But it happens at work. So people that want to talk about that in the third, chop, boo, please. You go to work, don't you? If you don't go to work, um, these people is driving bad over here. Let me tell you. I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to pull over and I'm going to Google. Um, I wanted to, let me go ahead and do what I'm supposed to do. I keep missing that turn. Okay, so I want to go up to the roof. But anyway, I'm at the mall. Okay, so here's the deal. I'm gonna go back around and try to hit the right area to get me up to the roof where I need to go. Okay. Okay. So people who do not want to go to church, don't go. If you're going for the wrong reason, don't go. You know why? Because you're not helping yourself. Okay? You're not helping yourself because I'm going to tell you something. God is not a punk. In case you thought that he was, he's not. God is not a punk. And he feels a certain kind of a way when different things go down. Believe that. So I would say, do yourself a favor. Don't go to church if you're not going because you want to be around God's people. Don't go there to judge. Don't go there to beg. Don't go there to do anything but to be where other people are who have said that they want Jesus in their life. Okay? If you're going for any other reason, you're going to get in trouble. Okay? You're going to get in trouble. And if you like me and you don't like to be in trouble, listen to what I'm saying. Okay? Listen to what I'm saying. There's a lot of people going to be in trouble, baby, on that day. And how I know, because that's what Jesus said. Many, verily, verily I say unto you, many, not a couple, not one. Many will say to me in that day, did I not prophesy in your name and expel demons in your name? And verily I will say to them, get away from me, you workers of lawlessness. I never knew you. I never knew you. Ain't that what Kaya said to Michelle? I don't know them. About Michelle and John, I don't know you. Okay. Okay. Trying to tell you. Listen to me good. Hear me. Hear me. Hear me. Hear me good. Do not go to church. Do not go to church. Do not go. Do not go for no other reason than to associate with other believers. They may not be the same kind of believer as you. I find that is a big thing. There's a lot of believers who are ex-addicts, ex-drug addicts, um, cheating on wives and husbands and things of that nature. You know, I'm gonna tell you something. I'm not that kind of I'm not that kind of a Christian. I'm gonna tell you the kind of Christian I am. I'm the kind of Christian who's got sisters who are adulterers. They sleep with married men. I'm the kind of, it's not so bad. I'm the kind of Christian that's got kind of Christian who I don't do it, but I got family members who do. So when I go to a church and I'm with somebody who is a drug dealer, drug user, felon, I get to see them. I get a window into my family, what they're going through, what they think, you know, how they perceive life. Because many times they don't tell me. They don't tell me nothing. You know why? Because I don't get high. I don't know nothing about that life. I'm not about that life. I don't know nothing about it. Okay? So they don't share it with me. So I get insight into my family. I hear stories that my family don't tell me, you know? And then other times I go to other churches and it's filled with teachers and lawyers and judges, and they tell me stuff. Law school, what law school was like, how they spent days, years of their life crying, you know, how hard it was, and you know what the mind games that professors would run on you, the kids who would cheat, the kids who would, you know, try to throw you under the bus, tell the professor that you're cheating, that you're doing this, that, and the third, to divert attention from themselves. You know, I love going to church. I love going to all churches. It gives me insight into things that there's no way for me to know, because it's not my experience. But through my Christian brothers and sisters, I'm able to see things and hear things that I wouldn't normally see and hear. Some things are heart-rending and some things are just beautiful and amazing. And that's why I go to church. And if you want to do the same, go. There's an evening service somewhere right now. There's Bible studies all through the week. You don't have to be in the choir to go to choir rehearsal. I just like to go and clap, learn the songs. Okay. Anyway, I think that's what you should do before they start charging it. You know, some churches do. Some churches will, honey. They'll be charging admission before you know it. Yep. I'm gonna go in here and see what it do. What it do now. Oh. So you know what I'm saying? Is the title clickbait? Probably. Or whatever. Hope you listen to the end. If you did, go ahead and subscribe and like. If you have any questions or want me to cover something in particular, let me know, and I will. Meanwhile, I will share with you as I go along on this journey. Thank you to all my subscribers for subscribing with me and following with me. Is you lost? What you doing?
My brother's car.
You don't have those little key fobs to hit the button?
No, it's his car. I'm just trying to find it.
The
2 entrances are just these two, right?
there's one over there. That's the one I came through.
That one. And then there's one over here.
Yeah, back over there. That's
On the other side.
yeah, that's where I came up at.
All right, thank you.
You're welcome. I was like, what is she doing? I see you over here, then I see you over there, then I see I'm like, where is she going? What's going on? I be paying attention. Yes, Jesus. Oh, I gotta go over in here right quick. Ooh. They have security here, but you know they not that good. Unless they hard, they not. So anyway, all right, y'all. I'm here. I'm gonna take y'all with me a little while, a little ways. Do y'all mind? I hope y'all don't mind. I hope my phone don't stop charging. It said that locked.